In the news, gaming news,
Quote unquote gaming news.
a Kickstarter for Bear Simulator has reached over $100,000 in funding from nearly 4,000 different people. This is Bear Simulator.
This is everything that's wrong with gaming.
Well, let me finish the article.
Oh gosh.
It's the original target was 29,500 by creator John Farge, and his initial thoughts would be that he'd have trouble reaching that target. Quite amazing that it's reached $100,000. With this extra money that he's made, he'll actually add stuff like sound effects and equipment to hire extra help for Bear Simulator. But just because it's $100,000 in funding, you shouldn't expect a AAA experience. I think he's mainly trying to get experience in making a PC game, but this says a lot about what people want.
I think this says a lot about how unfortunately far we've gone down in our quality standard of entertainment. I mean, that's $100,000. I know it's not $100,000 for one person. I know it's $100,000 from 4,000 different people.
If we were to divide that up, say everyone contributed, maybe of those people, almost a bit more than $25 per person, since it wasn't actually 4,000 different people. It's more like 3,800. 25,
Still,
that's not too.
no, that's quite a bit. Because first of all, that's not saying that every single person. If you're talking about like dividing up, doing the math, yeah, that's what it would come out to. But that's not what every single person donated. Some people donated more than others. Some people donated five.
Right.
Some people donated
But
like
if we're,
100. But even so, it's a bear simulator.
So the tagline for this is explore stuff, eat stuff, be a bear.
Really? Explore stuff, eat stuff, be a bear.
Described as a mini Skyrim, but you're a bear.
I think that's insult to some of the people who work on Skyrim, because there are some really brilliant people that come up with some interesting gaming mods on Skyrim. And I don't mean you weird people who make those perverted sex simulator Skyrim mods, because you guys are weirdos. I mean people who actually, like that guy who made an entirely extra area for Skyrim, and those guys who did the things with the skin tones, where they changed the skin tones for Skyrim and add new quests and all the voice acting and stuff. Those guys, I think, deserve hundreds of thousands of dollars to develop their own games. This guy who said, hey, let's make a bear simulator, and then the people said, hey, I'll give you such and such money for that. That kind of almost adds validity to the whole thing where people want to knock on Kickstarters. Now, I don't feel that's fair. I think Kickstarters are I think Kickstarters are important, and I like them. But when it comes to this, when you see stupid stuff like this...
Okay, you're insulting bears now. Bears are not stupid.
No, this game is stupid.
Being a bear is not stupid.
No, paying $100,000 collectively over 4,000 people is stupid. To be a bear, that's retarded. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I don't even know.
Personally, because of recently that came out was Goat Simulator, I haven't looked into that game much, but apparently it's really popular. That's what I know about it.
I can tell you all about Goat Simulator. Goat Simulator is a game. Okay, you're a goat. You're a poorly designed goat in a world that kind of looks like Gary's mod, but maybe a little better rendered. And Goat Simulator's gag is that everything's just like one big glitch. That's kind of the thing. It's one big glitch. You walk around, you do all this weird bootleg stuff, and you like clip through all this and just float in the air and do stupid things. But you're a goat, so it's almost like it's Grand Theft Auto with lower production quality, less things to do, and you're a goat, and everything's buggy. So
Engine's
you
buggy.
get to play a buggy, glitchy game
Well, see,
as a goat.
I'm sure those supporters knew what they were getting.
Yeah, and that's the problem. I know what I'm getting when I order a game called Goat Simulator. The question is, why do I want this? And
To
I get this.
be a goat.
No, see, what this speaks to is people who the gaming industry, gamers are desperate for something different. You know, that's why
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
This is this is an alternative game, alternative to Call of Duty and Battlefield 4, and the
And
same
that's a good thing.
rehashes. That's definitely a good thing. The problem is that you're giving it to games like this, and I guess I don't so much mean I don't want to insult the guy who's doing this, but it's a dumb concept for a game, and there are people out there, AAA developers, who have made games that are different, and they get no support. The games that are really innovative and actually really have production value and aren't something stupid like a bear simulator.
Well, see, if I'm going to support something, I want to. Uh, I'm only interested in supporting something that I like. If I want to be a bear, I'm going to support a game simulator that has you as a bear. It doesn't matter if you have this awesome concept or puzzle game or something that's innovative. I want to be a bear. Maybe if other games had that bear option, I would support them, but they don't.
Do you even realize? I wonder if anybody even realizes what they're saying.
I'm looking towards the
When you
future.
buy a game saying, I want to be a bear. Saying that there's all
People
all
buy
this
games. Think of Grand Theft. Oh, they buy those games because they want to go on, have fun, that open world, do all this crazy stuff. They want to be those. They want to be empowered and to the ability to do that. Infamous Second Son. I want to have these powers, so I want to.
Yes.
I need this game.
Yes. Exactly. What are you gonna do as a bear?
You can.
Nothing.
You can explore stuff, eat stuff, be a bear. That's the game's official tagline.
Exactly. Do you realize what you just said? You basically just said that walking around and eating
Not
is
walking.
going to entertain exploring
Exploring
a small, what was it like? It was like an island with bears on it. Exploring an island as a bear and
Okay.
eating stuff.
So the creator also said, "This is my first PC game. I chose the Kickstarter route because I wanted to involve a bunch of bear fans." Bear fans, okay? If you're not a bear fan, this isn't really going to appeal to you. To contribute, which is why it's going to be fun to put Kickstarter Island together.
What? Okay, bear fans. Bear fans.
Yes.
Bear fans.
People that want Bear Simulator are only going to be bear fans.
A bear simulator for bear fans.
Yes.
What does being a bear fan entail? I mean, I like bears. I think bears are cool animals.
Yeah. Bears are cool animals.
Now, at what point does that translate into me paying or helping contribute $100,000 to a bear simulator?
You're not paying $100,000.
I said contributing to the total amount of $100,000.
Maybe you only contributed $1.
Doesn't even matter.
If
It's the
100,000
fact that
people
you
want to be bear fans, they just put $1 and there you go.
It's the fact that people literally said, "I want something different." Look, a bear simulator, instead of okay, let's go get a game like Mad World. You know anything about Mad World?
No.
You know why you don't know anything about Mad World? Because no one bought it. Mad World was actually a really interesting game. It was really a really interesting art style. It was definitely different. You want to know why it didn't blow up? Because it didn't sell. You want to know why it didn't sell? Because it was different. But people are willing to give $100,000 to Bear Simulator, but not an interesting game.
See, the
Like
reason
Mad
why
World.
I haven't donated, but I support this idea is because after Goat Simulator, now there's Bear Simulator. Let's say I'm interested in a different animal. I would hope that someone now gets the idea, hey, instead of Bear Simulator and Goat Simulator, we're going to do Centipede Simulator. Oh, there's already a game like that. But some other animal that you really like. Elephant Simulator, Lion Simulator.
No.
There are people that dedicate their entire lives to studying about, their favorite animals, specific animals. I'm sure they would like
You know what?
to at least see this stuff being made.
I can respect like an animal, and I can respect researching your people who put their entire life towards researching an animal. That's respectable. That's all. That's an entire
They
career.
probably donated and now want to actually be hired by this guy to work on the game. They
On a
probably
bear simulator.
Yeah.
No, I don't think you understand what my problem is with here. Why is it?
Because games are no longer just about getting points, getting, headshots. They're about
Rolling around and eating stuff on an island as a bear.
We have games where you roll around and pick up stuff. Katamari.
You know what? That's not even fair to Katamari. That's not fair to Katamari. It really isn't. Because Katamari literally falls under the category of, doing something different.
Being a bear is being different. Like you mentioned.
But it's
variety.
being a bear. What do you... No,
it sounds like you have something against bears now.
No.
I like bears. Why don't you want to be a bear?
Because I don't want to put good money down to be a bear. What am I going to do?
Well,
where's the money worth? Where's the entertainment value in being a bear? It doesn't exist.
Maybe they are also questioning that, these supporters, but also they want to see the effort being made to make a game or simulator, and then they can, maybe make suggestions. Oh, you should have this because the bears do this or this. Helping the idea along. Because if nobody supports, then the ideas fall flat. And then no progress is made.
That is true, but the ideas need to go. The money and the support needs to go to ideas that are actually going to be really innovative and make, that are going to better the gaming industry and not be some weird gimmicky thing with no real entertainment value, other than the fact that I said, hey, I'm playing a game where I'm a bear. I played this for 15 minutes. I got bored, and I turned it off.
What if it only costs $1? What if it's free?
This game is not going to cost $1. This game is not going to be free.
That's right. The supporters probably already have their copies guaranteed.
Yeah, if you're a Kickstarter supporter, usually after you donate a certain amount of money, you'll get, they'll say, okay, you get this particular thing for free. You get this, or not for free. You get this copy of the game. You get this T-shirt. You get a little plaque saying you donated this much money.
That's awesome.
Whatever. Blah, 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 blah. Like Mighty Number 9 has a whole bunch of stuff like that for the Kickstarter. And even, you talk about Kickstarter's Mighty Number 9. Kickstarter, I have no problem with that.
You would support it?
I would totally support it. If I had the money, I would totally support Mighty Number 9.
I wouldn't,
because why?
I'm not a Mega Man fan. Sorry.
It's not Mega Man.
Well, come on.
It's a spiritual successor to Mega Man. Shut up. Whatever.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't worry. I'll look into it when it comes out. I just won't donate. I will pay full price if it's a good game.
And I honestly think...
So that's even better.
Yeah, you pay full price. Go right ahead. Honestly, I just wish that something as ridiculous as a bear simulator wasn't getting $100,000 and it was going to other people who actually make interesting, innovative things and ideas.
Well, all right.
Yeah, it's too much. Too much.
So, moving on then. You don't like bear simulators. Good to know.
No, I do not.
If you like bear simulators, talk to Zidaneski, not to Memphis. He's bear hater.
I will smack the black off of you if you've been talking about a bear simulator.
You can probably beat black bears, though at this point I think there's only brown bears.
Anyway,